Cape Cod. Our firm takes pride in assisting our clients in the next chapter of their lives by taking a holistic approach to their real estate endeavors. We believe that every move should be a moving experience. Every week, my co-host Melissa Wallace and I will provide you with my team's unique marketing approach to selling homes and share with you our expertise in navigating the home buying process. We value the experience of our agents at Boston Connect Real Estate so much that not only will you hear my perspective on real estate topics, occasionally you will hear the expert thoughts and opinions of our experienced agents at Boston Connect Real Estate. Be a part of our roundtable. If you have any questions during the show, please call 781-837-4900. We love to talk real estate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you like to listen to podcasts at Talk Real Estate Roundtable. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me and my team to discuss your real estate needs, you can connect with me at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000. Now, sit back, relax, take good notes, and let's talk real estate.
And hello to all our South Shore neighbors. You are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. My name is Melissa Wallace, and I am joined live and in studio by full-time real estate agent here at Boston Connect Real Estate, Kristen Howlett.
Hello, Melissa.
Hello. I came in and I was singing your favorite song, right?
It's my house, and I live here. Do you know what I listened to this morning?
What?
I just listened to it. Now I'm going to forget.
Oh, no.
Rufus and Shaka Khan.
Yeah. Maybe Tim will find it.
You know it, Tim. You
know it, Tim.
Whoa, sweet thing. If I could sing, I would belt it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you know you're my everything?
That's one talent I wish I had.
Whoa.
Not so I could be, famous and make all this money. I mean, that would be great. But I wish I just had a little tune. Oh, here we go.
Close, but it's Sweet Thing.
Sweet Thing?
Whoa, Sweet Thing. That's my other favorite from her.
Oh.
I know. If I could sing that one. Do you know who has
any of it.
Do you know who has an amazing voice?
Who?
Ava.
I was I knew you were gonna say Ava.
Oh my God! And sometimes when she was little, I used to put my phone in when she was in the shower because she would always sing in the shower.
I feel like you have some talented kids over there.
And I tell her all the time, it's a gift you should share with the world.
Yes.
She's like, shut up.
Maybe
Mom.
Ava can
Not
call
singing.
in and sing to us.
She would never.
Oh,
that's it.
Here it is.
Is that a good one?
We can always rely on Tim. Yeah, just
Thanks,
take
Tim.
a moment, everyone.
Hey.
I wish I could sing it. I cannot stay. I knew you were the one for me. Here is where
I'm sure the South Shore wants to hear us sing rather than Shaka Khan.
Well, on the South Shore, they're like, oh, I forgot about that song. I love it.
Yeah.
That is an old song.
Yeah, wow. You really took that out of the vault this morning.
1975.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's my jam. 75 is my jam. Anything from 70 to 79 is, chances are I love it.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. We've had you on the show and we've played the It's My House and I Live Here song many times. So of course I had to come through the door this morning singing it for you. And I think of you every single time I hear the song, which I never thought I heard the song ever until you introduced it to me. Now I feel like I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
So you're with me at all times.
See?
How do you feel about that?
Good. Well, look at us. It's 8:10 a.m. on a Saturday, and we are ready.
Fresh as a daisy. We're ready.
We're ready to go. We're ready to talk real estate.
Yeah, and you brought me breakfast, which I love, and coffee, and we're ready to go.
I have a busy day today, so I had to be up and on point. I just had to text my husband and say, thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
He loaded my signs. He got the car ready.
Wow.
It was a group effort this morning.
Well, we're going to get into what your day is going to look like in a minute, but I want to give you a moment to reintroduce yourself to all of our listeners.
Sure. My name is Kristen Howlett. I work at,
You work here.
I am a full-time realtor at Boston Connect Real Estate here in Pembroke. I service everywhere. Yeah, I'll go anywhere you want me to.
You will.
Pretty much within reason. I help buyers and sellers, and right now I'm becoming listing seller
Heavy.
heavy,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing. And I'm helping some great buyers right now. I showed off 2 condos yesterday in Boston, and one we loved. So I'm hoping we write an offer on that this evening. I have a great listing that just came on in Bellingham. Those sweet buyers I helped purchase about 6 years ago, and now they are families growing. So we just got something under agreement and rent them. So yeah, everywhere.
Yeah. Well, talk a minute about your new listing in Bellingham. You helped them purchase, you said 6 years ago. Now they're ready to pass it on to somebody else.
And I use him as an excuse, as an example, every single time I talk to first-time buyers because he did it right. You'll remember I was downstairs. We were negotiating the offer, and I thought he was going a little high, but he said, at the time, it's my only chance of getting in there under 300,000. He knew he wanted to be in that complex, and we did it, and we got it. And over the past 6 years, he has done such thoughtful updates, and it is literally, I'd say, pretty much redone from top to bottom.
Yeah.
It has a new roof. It has new windows. It has all new flooring. He did the kitchen over, the bathrooms. One of the nicest half baths that I've ever seen. It's so gorgeous.
Isn't that such an interesting thing to say?
I keep showing pictures of it, but he's super handy too. So he did this beautiful, he did a lot of board and batten and a lot of like nice custom upgrades that really...
Yeah, puts a nice touch onto something because it is a condo, so there's only so much you can do as opposed to a single family home that's standing on its own
end unit.
land. Yeah,
so you
which
have
is
a little
perfect.
They have a little area that they have a little garden. They have some nice outdoor deck space, and it's got so much natural light. So. It's great. I just got a showing request for it. I have an open house today from 12 to 3. And that's, 626 Maplebrook Road in Bellingham.
Yeah.
And Bellingham's a great area.
How many bedrooms, baths?
2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. And then it has a complete finished basement. Nice storage, tons of storage. It's a if you work from home dream.
Yeah.
They're there with a little baby who's going to be 1 this weekend. And they both work from home. So
yeah,
it's kind of space is limited right now, but they're ready to move on too.
Yeah. And they have something under agreement. So they were able to get something under agreement before putting their house on the market.
Market's changing a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. So again, we're give us the address and what time you're going to be there today.
626 Maplebrook Road in Bellingham from 12 to 3.
Perfect. And it is so cute. I haven't seen it in person, but I've saw the pictures and we were going through the MLS and everything, and it does look great.
Even just the way that and they live like that every day, that there's not a thing out of place. Everything is perfectly, it's not even staged. It's how they live. And it's just perfect.
Yeah. Good. It's nice to have a perfect listing, right?
It sure is.
It sure is. So when I was sort of coming up with some ideas on what we should do the radio show on, I actually came up with this a couple weeks ago when you were going to join me. We did a little switcheroo, but when I think of you, I think of how much you love your clients, and I would say that all of our agents really do love their clients. But when it comes to you, I feel like you have this, I don't know, this compassion, this empathy for people that are, it's rare to see.
Oh, that's a
and you take people and like, okay, you're my family. Like, let me take this on. I think you like to take a lot of things off of your clients so you can sort of weigh that, have that weight on you, which sometimes can weigh on you, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, you know that you're helping somebody, and that's what matters to you. And so I wanted to come up with sort of an idea of, we talk about real estate and what's going on in our business, and sometimes real estate isn't always rainbows and butterflies. It's not always easy. It's not always a walk in the park. There are real life situations that, we're dealing with our clients. And it's how you approach those situations. So I want to say that if any situation that we talk about today during our show, we're not bringing up names, we're not bringing up addresses, anything like that. This is just sort of a blanketed topic of sort of things that we've experienced in our time in real estate. But also, if you're experiencing any of these things, give us a call. It starts with just a conversation. And I would say, if you're going to give someone a call, give Kristen a call, because I promise you, will help you. If you're going through any of these situations with life, and guess what? Life is hard.
Life is hard. And that's one of the big things that I say all the time.
Sometimes life is hard. And you know what? Selling your house doesn't have to be.
Right.
So let's walk through it together.
Yeah. But I love that. And thank you. That's a compliment, because I do feel like right now I have a lot of like really, I'm not going to say heavy, but like challenging. They're not like, the great stage.
They're not cookie cutter. They're not this, well staged, not staged, house in Bellingham.
Well kept.
It's
one of my, I have a couple of off markets that I'm trying to help right now. And one of them is, she's been in her house. It was a referral from a trusted past client and friend, somebody who has, and as you say that, as my client list gets bigger, and it's big now, I feel the guilt of not being able to connect with my past clients.
Yeah.
And I just said it to Brian the other day, September, once the summer's over and the kids are back to their schedule, September is my time to get back in touch with my clients, because I have so many that I'm like, oh, let's get coffee. And then 2 weeks go by and I'm like, oh, and then 6 months. Like, I love my clients and I don't give them enough love. So I just put that in the atmosphere and it's going to happen.
I would say that is not an accurate thing. You do give your clients a lot of love. And I think that, do I think that you need to be in touch with somebody every single month? No.
Yeah.
But yeah, grab a coffee every 6 months or so with somebody and, get that referral base sort of going. But for the most part, I think everybody understands, right now you're sort of helping people navigate situations that are tough in their real life. And that takes time.
Yep. And it takes a lot. But also, too, you just said something that struck me that, it is at the time, but, when we have our events at the office, I know out of my list of clients, practically every single one I could text and they're going to text me back.
Yeah.
There's very few that are like, oh, it's her. I think most people will text me back, and whether it's, oh, I haven't heard from you, or, oh, I miss you, and we can have that back and forth. So that's really nice.
Yeah.
But okay, back to my sweet client that's having a hard time. Her husband died a few years ago. And she's one of my clients, and I've had a few of them that I say sometimes they're like stuck in quicksand, and they don't necessarily know how to get out, and they don't know what to do. So they'll like take a foot out, and it's like the other one sinks.
Yeah.
And we just kind of, okay, this is what we can try. This is what you're looking for. And you're right. Like sometimes it's just a conversation. I don't want to talk too much about that, but we ended up, we decided to do off market because she didn't really love the idea of having people in her house. And we found a off market buyer, cash buyer. And we were there the other day, and it was supposed to be a walkthrough with some contractors. And it turns out that they, this is kind of in this business that they're a wholesaler, and they're probably going to purchase it and then sell it to somebody else. It's the way the industry works right now. There's a portion of that that's pretty prominent right now. Well, when I pulled up, immediately I was like, oh no. And then afterwards, we had about 12, 15 people through the house. And then I sat down with her and I'm like, all right, listen, you just got over your worst fear of having people in this house. And look at us. We're here.
We're still
You're
there.
fine.
Yeah.
You're good. We're going to make sure that the doors are locked. We're going to make sure you're safe. But like, you did it.
Yeah.
And she was like,
But so that was a solution for her situation. And I want to stress that there's always a solution. We'll help you come up with that solution, whether we're helping firsthand or we're bringing other people into the situation, maybe an attorney, an estate attorney, or anybody, an elder law attorney you're working with right now, bringing people into your situation so we can come up with a solution. There's definitely a different a lot of different situations. So we can talk about, years of belongings. So, being overwhelmed with the things that are in your home, caring for a loved one, moving into assisted living, facing financial hardship, or, simply just doesn't know where to begin. I just want to say you're not alone. We see this all the time.
And we're seeing a lot of that with maybe a husband or a partner or a parent has passed away, and now they're left with this situation to handle. And everyone is different, but it's funny. Each one, it's not funny, but it's good for me that with each one, I learn a little bit more. And then I never pretend to be an expert in any of these things, but I'm the type of person that if I'm challenged with something or I'm facing something, I want to hear from everybody what their experience was. And then I can kind of process it and figure it out. And then from that, so whether it's helpful or not, I'll say, oh, I had a client. This was the situation. This is how we handled it. And guess what? It worked out great. Yeah. I have another situation, another referral. It's a sister I'm helping with her brother who lost his wife. And again, life is hard. Life was wonderful until it wasn't. And they had some health issues, and the house was stock full. Yeah. And our first thing, was going in and emptying everything, which we thought was never going to happen. And guess what? We did it. Yeah. I helped her. I hired Owen in the summertime, at the beginning of the summer. He was home from break. We did it together. There's still a little bit of work to do. We're waiting for engineering plans, but that one was something that my initial thought was, oh, how are we going to get people through this? But you know what? Now it's empty. It's cleared out. It looks great. It's not perfect, but you know what? It's a perfect opportunity for some, maybe a young family or a young contractor who's not afraid to do some work and can get into it, do some nice updates on it, and then turn around and either live there happily or make a profit on it. Yeah.
And again, so those are two situations that sort of different, but you've come up with solutions for those. And again, I want to stress the fact that, we've kind of seen it all. And like you said, whether we're an expert on it or not, we know somebody who is. So,
and we're not judgmental.
No.
Years ago, someone that I know, I heard from somebody else, did not hire me, did not want to talk to me because they were embarrassed about the situation of their house. And I was like, oh, that is me out of all people. I'm the least judgmental when it comes to things like that. And especially, I have another situation where I just got a call. Same. It's going to be an estate sale. And I was warned ahead of time, and I walked in and I was like, this is nothing.
This is nothing.
I mean, it's, there's some clutter, there's some stuff, but
you know what?
Easily walked through.
It might be overwhelming to them. So just reassuring them of saying, we're going to get through this together, because this I've seen much more. Yeah.
Because I think the most important thing for me, and I do use this a lot, is sometimes it's hard to move. Sometimes it's hard to clear out all those rooms. Sometimes it's hard to take that first step out of the quicksand. But I want you to be so excited about where you're going in this next phase that you're forgetting about what you're leaving. I don't want that. I want that to be I want you to focus on what's ahead. Let me handle all this.
Yeah.
And you just worry about how you're going to paint your new wall, or what new furniture you're going to get, or, what you're going to do and what new people you're going to meet. And I think that's super important, because a lot of people feel like they're stuck, and guess what? You're not.
Yeah.
Chances are you're not.
Getting into some, I don't know, more detail, I think that homes definitely reflect where people where people are at in their life. So, in whatever season they're in. So whether they're, dealing with the loss of a spouse, an illness, even divorce, caring for aging parents, financial hardship, raising a family, job loss, even depression, physical limitations, years of collecting belongings, even unexpected inheritances.
All of those things. Yeah.
We can see those things.
Yeah.
When we walk through a home, we can sort of see the season that you're in life, because that gets reflected in your home.
I have a lot of spouses that have lost spouses, and the spouse that's no longer here was the one who handled everything. And that is so scary for them, and it's emotional, and it's hard. It's hard because now all of a sudden they're stuck with, handling the monthly bills, and some people can handle it. Some people can definitely step up and handle it, and some just can't.
Mm-hmm.
They can't.
Mm-hmm.
So they need a family member to step in. They need, somebody else to step in. And anything financial, we don't need to know anything about. I'll listen, but I don't. My first is always to refer them to an attorney to see whether there's something hindering us from being able to sell the property. Mm-hmm. I've been talking a lot about real life experiences, and although I'm not an attorney, I will say a few things is how you hold tenancy on your deed. So those are all things that, they're kind of conversations that you should probably put in the back of your mind now.
Yeah.
And kind of maybe talk to somebody that can navigate you through it. But we're seeing a lot of that.
Yeah.
You've owned a home for 50 years. You never had a reason to think about anything until all of a sudden you do.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. And I think that anybody who is purchasing a home right now should be having that conversation with their attorney of how they should hold tenancy. Anybody who already has an established home and deed should be sort of reviewing that and saying, okay, how did we establish tenancy?
If you have an elder parent.
If you have an elder parent.
And you're the one that's going to navigate them through this, you should know how they held tenancy and like any restrictions or things that could hinder you from being able to sell a property free and clear. There's easy ways to do it now, now.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's super, super important. And just having the conversation. It's not easy, but sometimes I think if you have the conversation with somebody, it's like you can see everything like, oh, I've been so worried about this, but
there's definitely, you can see sort of the weight come off during the conversation. And I want to stress that, these situations don't define a person. Sometimes, like you said, unexpected things happen and everything is great until it's not. And the not so great part doesn't define your life. Let's get you through that part.
And I think sometimes it's just life happens so fast. Listen, I can't believe I'm 55 years old. I'm taking advantage of senior citizen discounts. I'm 55.
You're 55.
But I'm saying, I think now, especially even at this, back nine of life, things move even more quickly.
Don't say that. That just made me, I just
if I live to 100
for you.
If I live to 100, I'm 5 years in.
Yeah, 9.
But more important, this part of life, I feel like if 55 years flew in a flash, the next 45 hopefully will go even faster.
Yeah.
And I think people don't realize it until all of a sudden, like joking on the weekends when I'm over at Cochessa Estates, I'm like, right now I can run up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
But in 10 years, maybe I'm not going to want to, or maybe I won't be able to.
I can't remember if I said it on the radio last week or if I was just talking in person, but with people. But I had a physical last Tuesday, and on my chart, I'm reading it, whatever, and it says 35-year-old female, and I go, who? Who's 35? Not me. No. I was like, what? And then, I got this whole pamphlet of vitamins you should take and all these things, what you should do, supplements and everything between the ages of 35 and 39. I'm like, who's between the age of 35 and 39? Not me.
I know.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. And I
So
and I
then-
still have sort of my whole life ahead of me. I hope so.
Yeah, of course you do. But with all of these decades, it's like things change. So
Yeah.
you can see how somebody, 10 years ago, life was great. And then all of a sudden, maybe you're a little bit slower. Maybe you're not, cleaning the leaves out of the gutter anymore. Maybe you're not maintaining the house like you did when you were 35 and things start piling up. And you know what? And then there's the outliers that still do everything at 82 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think, we hear all the time like, oh, once everything is cleaned up or let me, get the house situated before you come over. Sometimes I feel like that's backwards momentum. I think the best thing to do is to start the conversation before you start the work, because we'll be able to tell you, okay, these are sort of the things that we should do if we're going to be going on the market, or, the solution for one of your clients recently was to not go on the market, to do an off-market listing, and you were able to find a cash buyer, and that was a great situation for your client.
I have another client that I've worked with, been in touch with since I started real estate, and I adore her. And we've talked, and she was just in a couple of months ago. We ended up deciding she shouldn't sell. She should just stay where she is. She loves where she is. You know what? Chances are it's going to be more work for her to get something, and it makes me sad because but my thing is, make your house what you want it. Like, you're better off doing that. You could do like a small home equity loan, and she really wants a big dining room. You can do a dining room. But for me, I'm not going to push somebody to sell their house to buy something to be miserable.
I know Sharon has said it a lot on the show, is she's talked a lot of people out of selling their home because, you go in there and you say, all right, well, you're looking for this, this, and this. Well, you kind of already have that.
Right.
You would be doing a lateral move
Yeah.
for more money. Like, let's see what we can do here in the space that you already have. And once we've explored that option, if you don't like that, then okay, let's put the house on the market. But sometimes you got to have that vision of, okay, how can I reimagine the space that I already live in? Especially if, there are certain hardships that we see. If we can sort of, maneuver around the things that are already in the home, let's try to do that before we get ourselves into. But sometimes it is the right move to sell the house if you're in a financial hardship, and you find something maybe, a little bit smaller or things like that.
I am so looking forward to my client with the off market, her being able to, she's going to rent. And I can't wait for her to have this like heavy burden off her back, because I think she's going to enjoy. She's like a little creative, and she makes jewelry, and she's artsy, and like I want her to just be able to have her little stuff and just.
It's getting back to enjoying life.
Yeah.
And I think that when people go through financial hardships, it's hard to enjoy life. And that's sad.
Yeah.
So let's get back to, what it is that you need to move forward, get out of your situation. Let's brainstorm. And like I said, if anybody is going through any of these situations that we're talking about, and you don't know sort of where to start, give us a call. Give Kristen a call. She's, an excellent resource in these situations. Like I said, we've seen it all. At the end of the day, we just want to help. Whether it's selling a house, buying a house, staying in the house that you're already in, renting wherever, our priority is what's best for you. So again, if you're going through any of these situations, feel free to give us a call.
And I know too, I really want to preface that we keep using the term off market. I will always say that going on market is the best thing to sell a house, to cast a wide net and get the most amount of buyers for the highest price possible. But sometimes it's just not possible. It's not good for the client. It's not good for me to stress them out. I am always conservative. I'm never going to go in and say, you need to do neuter. No, I'm more on the lines of, let's price the house based on the condition that it's in. I don't want you to spend any money. I use the example all the time of someone I was talking to. They didn't listen to me. They wanted to put new carpets in. They put new carpets in. I don't know. They spent like $10,000 on it, and all through the upstairs. And the new people came in, bought the house, ripped all the brand new carpets out.
Yeah.
You could have just sold the house, kept the $10,000. Like
Yeah.
we can tell. I don't think they were, they obviously were like, oh, I can't wait to rip those carpets out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like it swayed them either way.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes we get caught up in, I don't know if it's the right word, the minutia, like the small stuff that stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So to say off market, sometimes we're in deferred maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a safety issue. Sometimes for me, the most important thing is I want my sellers to have some dignity. I don't want them to have to be embarrassed that people are coming through their house
Right.
based on the condition that it's in. And, if they have a lot of stuff, if it's like a hoarding situation and, I don't want them to be embarrassed. So it's easier for me to manage one or two people. Like, all right, let's try this. And sometimes it works out. I had another client over the past couple of years that it was, his parents were older, COVID happened, and then the parents didn't want them in the house anymore. And by the time they got in, they didn't realize how much the deferred maintenance was.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to sell it off market. We got them into a 55 plus, and somebody purchased it, flipped it, and it just been on the market. It's sold. It's absolutely beautiful. But
I remember that.
we
house.
were the first clients. We were the first people in, and it was like now my clients can drive by that house and be so proud and be like, that was our house.
Yeah.
We lived there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I saw the photos before and after. It does look beautiful, and you helped them transition out of that situation into what I believe is a better suit for them, and I'm sure they're very happy where they are.
You're
now.
always leaving money on the table doing an off market, but what does that mean for you? Like, is it, because for that one, we were able to negotiate somebody coming in and they literally took what they wanted and left everything else. They didn't have to worry about, clearing the house out and getting a dumpster, although I think they probably did. But it's things like that, and every situation is different.
Yeah, every situation is different, and like I said, there's a solution for everything. Faith Birmingham is watching. She is a full-time real estate agent here at Boston Connect Real Estate as well. Faith, if you want to call in and promote your new listing, give us a buzz, 781-837-4900. Again, 781-837-4900. She has an adorable new listing in Hanson. So I want her to call in and give a little shout out for it because she is going to be doing an open house this weekend.
Boston Connects, I was just going to say.
A lot of open houses this weekend.
We are just killing it.
You are. I'm so proud of you guys. But yes, she's listening. Great show, ladies. Hey, hi, I'm waving. We have a lot of people watching. We're live on social media as well. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, we're Boston Connect Real Estate. But I do think that this is sort of an important topic because there are some people who don't know where to begin, and they are in situations that they feel like they might not be able to get out of. Let's help you.
And so let's talk about what that would look like. So maybe you're someone who's at home and you're thinking, oh, I would like to sell my house. I just don't know where to start. The first thing you could do is reach out to me, but we could meet at my office. We don't have to meet at your house.
Yeah.
We can meet at the office. We can go over everything. There's always things. A big thing that we're seeing right now is people who are rich in equity in their house.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't have, for instance,
Liquid cash.
and we're dealing with that right now with a situation with seller she has, a pension from her husband. She's able to take care of everything, but she needs a sizable deposit for going into her. It's independent living, not assisted living. And that's something that the family didn't know. So those are all things that we can talk about beforehand.
Let's come up with a game plan of how we can get there. We
Being
have
prepared.
a phone call.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yay.
Only Faith.
Hey, Faith.
Faith.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Just getting ready for my open houses.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Why don't you introduce yourself to all of our listeners and then tell us where you're going to be today?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Faith Birmingham. I'm a full-time realtor with Boston Connect Real Estate. And today, I'm actually doing back-to-back open houses. I'm starting at my new listing at 315 Laquan Street in Hanson.
Which is so cute.
So
Directly
cute.
across the street from Maquan Pond, so you've got some nice views. And you can go swimming, kayaking, paddle boarding. It's a cute lake. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, a nice sized yard, nice wooded backyard. Super cute, newer kitchen. It's adorable.
It is.
Lots of space.
What's
Yeah,
the
and I'm
price
gonna
on
be
that
there
one?
Today from 10 to 12.
I'm sorry. Say that again. You're going to be there when today?
Oh, from 10 to 12 today.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then I'm going to hop over to Whitman to 113 Temple Street, and for an open house, and I'll be there from 12:30 to 2.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And what are your listings on the market for?
315 McQuan is listed for 515, and 113 Temple Street is on the market for 489,000.
Perfect. Good price
Woohoo.
point.
Yeah, they are a great price point.
Yeah,
Um,
both super cute houses.
Yeah, I think, you did a sort of a sneak peek for the McQuan one, and I think it went a little viral there.
A little bit, yeah.
There was a lot of interest in that, so I think you're going to be pretty busy today.
I am going to be a busy lady.
Yes, you are. And I'm so happy to hear that you're doing back-to-back open houses. You guys are killing it, really. You guys are so busy. So best of luck to you, Faith, and thank you so much for
Thank
calling
you.
in. Best of luck to your
course.
clients as well. I hope you are in abundance this weekend,
I know, right?
Thank you, and I hope you girls have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Okay, talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, that was Faith Birmingham, who is a full-time real estate agent here at Boston Connect Real Estate, and she's got two great new listings, one in Hanson and one in Whitman. You can go to bostonconnect.com as well to find all of our listings. You can see Kristen's Bellingham listing there, and then everybody else's listings here at Boston Connect Real Estate. And we promote all of our open houses on our website as well and on social media, so be sure to follow Boston Connect Real Estate on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube if you're a YouTuber.
That's interesting.
What? YouTube?
YouTube.
Yeah, we're YouTubing.
I know. I YouTube too, but I don't do much on it.
Yeah, I want to get into a little bit more. And then, like I said, we have a lot of open houses. So I want to give some time to sort of go over that. And then again, recap your new listing in Birmingham. Bellingham. I was thinking about
you were
Faith.
talking to Faith
I
Birmingham.
know.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I
in
know.
Bellingham.
Alabama. What?
Yeah.
I was going to say, that'd be fun today.
We're going down to Alabama.
I'm going to do a little shout out. Jake and his roommate are driving to New York today to go to the movies.
What? Oh, to see the Odyssey?
In the
In the bit. Oh my
He's already
gosh.
seen it too. I know.
Oh, wow.
But isn't
That's
that fun?
commitment.
Brian and I met him last night for dinner. I had a couple of showings in Boston, and then we met him for dinner. We went to the Chart House. We walked around, and then driving home, I called Brian. I'm like, he really has a good life.
Yeah,
He's
got a good
got
life.
great friends. He's like living in the city, and like, yeah, let's drive to New York and go to the movies. How fun is
he
that?
driving back afterwards?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh
we were
my
trying to talk
gosh.
him into staying, but
Yeah, that's a full day.
yeah,
Wow.
but so
well,
fun
Good for him.
Yeah.
To be young again,
To
right?
be young. That's right. That's right. Although he'll be like, I can't buy a house.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Stop talking. Like, life isn't that great. All I want to do is buy something, and I can't.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you can.
He
We'll get
will.
you there,
He will.
Jake.
He'll get there.
We'll get you there. You just started it. You just started out of college. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you there. But okay. Let's get back into it. Okay, so when you hear I don't know where to start, what do you think? What do you say to your clients?
Come in and talk about it. Let's figure out if this is even let's have a, no strings attached conversation and see what it means. Let's talk about the cost the costs associated with selling your house, what you could potentially walk away with. We have great net sheets that we can go over everything, and let's see if it's something that, you can
Yeah.
You can work out. Where do you want to be? Let's talk about where do you want to end up?
Yeah. I think when it comes, you sort of touched upon it a little bit with, hoarding situations. So homes that are filled with a lot of history, I would say, a person's history, we'll say that. I think hoarding is sort of a word. I don't like it because it doesn't approach the situation with compassion, I feel like.
And it's also, I don't know if you would, I feel like it's almost like a demographic that grew up that everything was useful and everything could be fixed and everything. And it may start out with, listen, I'm a big thrifter. I thrift clothes. My kids would probably say, I have a little issue because I have stuff and I'm like, oh, and I do a lot on Poshmark and, like I sell stuff, but I could see how it could easily become a problem.
Yeah. I think it's definitely a complex situation. People often say, it's connected to maybe emotional things, psychological, physical challenges even. But I think that this is extremely important to approach it with empathy rather than judgment. And like you said, you don't judge anybody and you've seen it all. What's overwhelming to one person might not be overwhelming to another, which I think that you're a great example of just going into any situation and saying, okay, let's get through this together.
Donna Bagney, I don't know if she's listening, but she and I did a double tag team and we looked at a house and she kept saying the whole time I was going, oh, this is great. Oh, this is cute. And Donna was like, Kristen.
And you're like, no, you saw the potential.
I saw the potential.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is. And, that was a guy, he was super cute. He knew exactly what he was dealing with.
I think in those situations too, I think it's important to not to try to tackle the whole entire house in one weekend or 1 week. Like those situations take time.
My suggestion is always take one room at a time. Take one room at a time. Don't think of the big thing. Don't think of like, I'm going to do this because you end up moving one thing to another room. Tackle a room, clear it out, shut the door, and don't go back in it.
Yeah.
And then do it to the next room, and then do it to the next room. And then just keep going.
I know in situations where you have helped those, it's okay. You've hired Owen. I'm sure you can hire, removers, whether it's junk removers or somebody that, comes in and sort of organizes and gets rid of some things. Estate sale companies you can connect clients with.
I do a lot. I help clients right now I probably have 17,000 unread or unresponded to messages because I list things on Facebook Marketplace. And that's a big one too. Like sometimes it's just having somebody come for free and get something. If you don't have to move it out of your house and someone will come and get it, to me, that's priceless.
Yeah. You talked about independent living, but there's also assisted living and senior housing. So, this transition is emotional. Sometimes
the decision is made for them.
Sometimes the decision is made for them, which adds another layer to it of emotions. But it's not just moving; it's leaving sort of decades of memories behind. But
that's a good point, Mel. I didn't even think of it like that. Like there might be somebody out here who's listening that like their parents are going through this. Maybe they're, in some sort of a assisted living and they've determined that home isn't safe for them anymore.
Yeah.
And now they're the ones that are dealing with this. Guess what? We can help. We can, whether it's leading you in the right direction, hooking you up with an attorney, kind of going through the whole thing one step at a time.
I would say some challenges when it comes to moving to assisted living or senior housing, coming up with that solution is, limited physical ability, medical appointments that, you need to get to, time constraints, emotional attachment to things in your home.
Going from, a 2,000 square foot 5-room house to a smaller room. What do you do with all that stuff?
Also, if you do have adult children and possibly they might live out of state. That happens all the time. We see that all the time. Or maybe they do live near you, but at the end of the day, they have their own life as well. So, let's get you to that next step in life. And I think that it's also important to say that you, in these situations, you also sort of get their family involved.
Yeah.
I know that you have, reached out to, family members, whether it's, sisters, brothers, children of your clients, and just make sure that they know that you're taking care of them. And I
Right.
think that is so important.
Yeah.
Don't you do that?
Yeah, of course. I just recently had one. So I said I would want to know if my mom was talking to somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, the challenge is that person is my client, so they have to, you have to run the permission to do all this. But you know what? Sometimes it's just, and then when I talk to the family members, I'm like, listen, no matter what, you're going to have to face this at some point. We can either do it now together, and we can, my goal is always, I know Shelley Donahue, one of our past radio shows over the past month, she chimed in, and she's a perfect success story because they never thought that it was going to happen. And now they are so happy. Their quality of life is wonderful. They're closer to their family. The time that they spend together isn't arguing about the deferred maintenance in the house. It's just doing nice things and hanging out as a family.
You might hear this sometimes. I don't have anyone to help me.
Yeah.
So some homeowners, they do live alone. They might have mobility challenges. They're widowed, have children who live across the country, maybe did not have children, don't have family members, and have no local support system. You have come across these situations as well. And I think that it's more common than people realize. That I think living alone actually is more common than people realize, that there are a lot of people, in our society who do live alone because of some of these real life situations, whether someone has passed, or, they chose not to extend their family. They don't have, extended family near them, or friends. These are real life situations that we see all of the time. So I think that, when it comes to us and what our role would play, we're helping either physically moving things ourselves, or getting movers, handymen, electricians, that, people who should be coming into the house and doing some work before maybe possibly putting it on the market or doing an off-market listing.
And my coming soon in Taunton, although I'll use that lightly because there's nothing soon about this engineering
coming
process. Coming eventually. Part of that is that she's out of state and I'm here, so I can check on the house. I can, handle it. I'm really at this point like some sort of a property, caretaker.
Quickly, I want to get through a couple more things, and then we're going to be talking about our open houses, and I'll give you an opportunity to give your contact information. But financial hardships, we see this a lot. Maybe you're behind on the mortgage payments or anything like that. Unexpected events can happen, such as job loss, medical expenses, divorce, death of a spouse, and reduced income. So sometimes, these turn into these financial hardships. Let's get you out of this. Whether the right thing to do is to sell your home and possibly rent, or find something more financially, I forget the word I was going to say. Wow.
No, I think that's a good point though, because we are seeing a lot more of these. Speaking of which, next door, is it just,
I don't know
not age restricted?
I don't know anymore.
We're seeing a lot more like 55 plus, like senior living communities, which I think is wonderful because I think that's what's needed right now.
Yeah.
But, not just purchasing a land lease, manufactured home, but more even just a rental.
Some other unique situations that we do see in our everyday business is our probate sales. So, maybe family members inheriting properties, making sure that they're able to sell the house before putting it on the market. Divorce.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Divorce, we see estate sales, deferred maintenance, how we can sort of navigate through that. Vacant homes, out-of-state owners. And, I would just say, we are more than just someone who lists your home or help you, purchase something. I promise you, we approach all of these situations with the compassion that it it deserves.
And I will say this, you just hit upon something else. I'm going to say it super quick. Like a PSA would also be that we are seeing this, I'm sure you get it too, we're seeing this influx of investors who are texting people. They're going through public record. They're looking at things. I don't know where they come up with their mailing list. I know for us as licensed realtors, it's one thing. But even homeowners are getting things. They're getting flyers in the mail. Please, please don't
There's so
engage.
many scams.
Don't engage.
Scams
Yeah,
out there.
there's I know if you can't sleep at 3:00 in the morning and you see the whole thing about people getting their, being taken advantage of, those are real situations that really happen. Either talk to a family member, reach out to us, or reach out to an attorney. Reach out to an attorney before you even engage in a conversation, because chances are if somebody's coming to you saying, we'll buy your house for cash for X amount, there's some string attached.
Yeah. I just want to say that, there's no such thing as a hopeless situation. We're here to help, not to judge. Why don't you give your contact information to everybody, and then we'll go over our open houses.
So again, my name is Kristen Howlett. I'm a full-time realtor here at Boston Connect Real Estate. My phone number is 617-448-4896, 617-448-4896. My email is easily at Kristen, Kristen, at bostonconnect.com. And you can reach me through the website too. It's kristenhowlett.bostonconnect.com.
Cochise Estates in West Bridgewater, every single Saturday and Sunday, there's an open house from 10 to 1. Kristen Howlett, who's sitting right next to me, will be at 626 Maplebrook Road in Bellingham. That's Unit 626, from 12 to 3 today. That is on the market for $479,900. Faith Birmingham, who gave us a call today, she is going to be at 315 McQuan Street in Hanson from 10 to 12 today. That is on the market for $515,000. Then she is hopping on over to 113 Temple Street in Whitman. She will be there from 12:30 to 2. That is on the market for $489,000. Ginny Wandell has a new listing. It is so cute. I know we keep saying that, but
if I were ready to move, I would jump all over that.
51 Temple Road. So we have a Temple Street and a Temple Road right now. It's confusing.
We had another one too, that the same street that I was getting confused about.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you after. 51 Temple Road in Marshfield. She's going to be there from 11 to 1 today. That is on the market for $625,000. Give that one a look. It is got great curb appeal. Team Flynn has an open house at 360 High Street in Whitman. They will be there from 10 to 12 today. That is on the market for $575,000. I believe that just got a price break. So Sue Bollinger, another price break here, 30 Grant Street in West Bridgewater. She will be there today from 1:30 to 3. That is on the market now for $585,000. Sam Horton will be at 145 Pleasant Street in Attleboro today from 11 to 12:30. That is a multifamily on the market for $749,000. Again, I said Cochise Estates in West Bridgewater every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 1.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Kristen will be there tomorrow.
See me.
Come see her. And then Sam Horton has an open house tomorrow at 32 Great Cedar, Unit 32 in Hanson.
Oh, that's another great one.
That's a great one. 11 to 1 tomorrow. That is a condo on the market in Hanson for $459,900. If you want to find all of our open houses, all of our listings, everything, you can go to bostonconnect.com. That you can find all of our contact information there as well. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kristen.
Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah, and thanks, Tim, for always, finding exactly what we need. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I will be back next week. And thanks. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you.
Would you be mine?